Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Stelco 23rd Annual Breakfast of Champions. I'm your MC, Peter Diakowski. Sport Hamilton, in partnership with the City of Hamilton, is proud to host a celebration of sport excellence as part of the Grey Cup Festival alongside Stelco. Can we get a round of applause for Stelco, wonderful sponsor for us this year. And also the Grey Cup. We get to host the Grey Cup here in Hamilton. Once again, the nation's eyes are on our beautiful city. Round of applause for the Grey Cup. Now, during today's event, we're going to honor over 350 Hamilton athletes and coaches who have won provincial championships or competed at the national or international level representing Hamilton, Ontario, or Canada. We are so proud of all of you athletes here today. Now, I've got to point out that whenever we celebrate athletic achievements, along with all of our amazing athletes, we're celebrating the coaches and everything that all the coaches here have done. I also want to recognize our past and our history here in Hamilton, this wonderful land that we call home, looking back on our past to our Indigenous brothers and sisters, Loyalist founders and their Six Nations allies, the Between the Lakes Purchase of 1792 between King George III and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation made it all possible. That was almost 231 years ago today, and all of us in sport can support reconciliation by promoting physical activity as a fundamental element of health and well-being by reducing barriers to sports participation in ways that are inclusive of Aboriginal peoples. Many Aboriginal youth don't have the same access to sport that other kids do, and in doing so, we will increase the pursuit of excellence in sport overall and build capacity in the Canadian sports system to the benefit of all Canadians. We have a lot of champions today in a lot of sports, all of the sports, I'm pretty sure. But we are going to be recognizing, different ball players in team sports, individual sports. We have a fighter from the Steeltown Boxing Club coming up later in the show, but we're going to start with another fighter for Steeltown, coming out of Cardinal Newman High School, a real fighter for Hamilton, the gold medal winner of the 2022 Hamilton mayoral election, Her Worship, Andrea Horvath. Welcome. Here comes surprise you there.
You did surprise me. Okay, this is going to be a problem. Thank you very much. Thanks for the great introduction, Peter. Good morning, everyone. How are we feeling today? We're pumped? We're pumped for an awesome week? Fantastic. The energy in this room is absolutely incredible. And I'd like to start by thanking Helen Downey, the president of Sports Hamilton, for inviting me to celebrate this morning's celebration with you. As you may know, in recognition of all the fantastic work Helen has done for our city, she was just recently awarded the City of Hamilton Senior of the Year Award in the category of Healthy and Active Living.
All right.
Congratulations, Helen, on this well-deserved recognition. It's great to see my council colleagues joining us this morning. Councillor for Ward 6, Tom Jackson, Councillor for Ward 7, Esther Pauls, and I think perhaps Councillor Spadafora, if he's not with us yet, will be joining this morning. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of the Honourable Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport, MPP for Hamilton East Stony Creek, Neil Lumsden. Yeah, you're allowed to clap for yourself, Neil. It's funny, the Minister and I were just saying a couple of minutes ago that we have to stop meeting like this. We're continuing to bump into each other at all these wonderful Hamilton events, showing that we both love our community. It's great to see City of Hamilton staff here, Acting General Manager of Community Services, Chris Hersteck, and Acting Director of Recreation, Steve Sevor. Thank you for being here and all the work you do with all of the sporting communities that are active in this great city. I'm also really grateful to be here this morning to honor the remarkable achievements and successes of our hometown sports champions. Sport is an important way for us to stay active and physically healthy, and mentally healthy too. It's also a way for us to meet people who we may not have otherwise connected with. It allows us to share common interests and learn about new ones. It brings us together as a community. You can see that this very morning in this room. Sport does that for all of us. It does that for all of you. All of you do that for our community. It's just one reason why organizations like Sport Hamilton are important, very, very important to our city of Hamilton. Sport Hamilton was formed 37 years ago with the goal of encouraging lifelong physical activity in order to enhance, as I said earlier, physical and mental well-being. And so here we are today. In this room, we have over 500 people representing 30 teams who have won provincial championships and have competed at national and international events in their respective sports. Wow. Isn't that fantastic? Absolutely. I'm so pleased that this year, the Breakfast of Champions is part of the 2023 Grey Cup festivities. Are you excited about the Grey Cup? Are you excited that it's going to be here this morning? How many people in this room have never seen the Grey Cup up close and personal? How many people have never? Oh, so that's a good opportunity for you. A good opportunity for you. I think it's a really great way to honor all of you bringing the cup here this morning. There are several people I want to thank for this morning's event. Thank you to the Sport Hamilton Board of Directors and President Helen Downey for the countless hours of planning for this wonderful event. Just looking at the program shows you the effort that has been put into this amazing morning. Years of dedication for encouraging sports participation in Hamilton. You really are a leader, Helen, and we're very, very much appreciative. Thank you to the sponsors who helped to make this event possible, including our presenting sponsor, Stelco, with Trevor Harris here joining us, Stelco's Vice President for Corporate Affairs. Thank you to all the coaches, the volunteers, and parents who provide the athletes with the support they need to reach their goals. And this is something that Peter was talking about when he asked the coaches to stand up and be identified. It's the coaches, it's parents, it's really the support and encouragement of the entire community, including other team members. The bottom line is that's what it takes to reach your goals as athletes. And if it wasn't for these folks encouraging you and providing the hours of training and the volunteer work, your success is not going to be the same. So I just want to say thank you all for putting in those important efforts. And of course, a huge thank you to all of you who are our Hamilton Sportstown champions. As I said, it's teammates, but it's also, exactly, let's have that. It's actually people who come out, right? People who come out and create that spirit of engagement that helps push people forward when they're competing and when they're playing the various sports. I have to say that all of us here in this room would I think agree that the enthusiasm you bring, that the commitment and dedication you bring really creates an amazing sense of pride in our city. And as mayor, I feel that pride, and I think that everyone in this room likely feels that pride as well. Your dedication and spokesmanship are a testament to the ambitious and hardworking spirit of Hamilton. So congratulations all on your accomplishments, and thank you for being wonderful, wonderful ambassadors.
Thank you, Your Worship. A round of applause again for our Mayor, Andrea Horvath. Now, our next distinguished guest knows exactly what this week, Grey Cup Week, is all about. A four-time Grey Cup winner. I'm about to welcome to the stage the Honourable Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport, Member of Provincial Parliament for Hamilton East Stony Creek, Mr. Neil Lumsden, who is not only a successful politician, entrepreneur, and administrator, but a very successful athlete, having won those aforementioned 4 Grey Cups and a Vanier Cup in his football career. Mr. Lumsden is passionate about sport and contributing to his community. He has been and still is a committed volunteer. And I suppose if you are a taxpayer your whole life and then go work in government, technically you're still a volunteer, right? And even though he was born in Toronto and lived in Burlington and played for Edmonton and worked for Brock, he now calls Hamilton his home. Please welcome Minister Neil Lumsden.
Morning, everyone. This is a great pleasure for me, and for a couple of different reasons. It's Grey Cup week, and Sunday means a lot to a lot of people in this room. Hopefully, it eventually will find a place in everyone's hearts and their emotions when it comes to sport. But what I want to start off with simply is, I'd like all the athletes to stand for a second. Can all the athletes, teams, hop up on your feet for a sec, please? Just stay up on your feet. All right, so don't sit down. Don't sit down. One of the great things to the people that I said, don't sit down. You guys got to stand up. Let's go. I'm in charge here. No, go ahead, sit down. I'm just dogging it. It's sport, right? You know, lessons learned in sport. I've learned a lot of them, and I've learned a lot of them from a lot of people in this room. And before we go any further, I'd like to thank Sport Hamilton, of course, the city, the volunteers, the coaches that do so much and did so much for me and so many of the other people in this room. But I'd like to have all Grey Cup champions stand for a sec, please. There we go. That cup's going to come in, and every one of these men own part of that cup that you're going to see in a few hours. Great players, all of them, and continue to, now you guys can sit down. They do so much in their community, whether it's writing a book, whether it's leadership in sport, whether it's just being great community people. I've had the pleasure, and I hope, where's Mike? Did he stand up? Did you stand up when I? Okay, I didn't see you, so stand up again. Oh, there you are, Mike McCarthy. Thank you. From the Tire Cast. He's got great cups with Hamilton and that team a little bit east of here, Toronto. And clearly in this room is full of people that have learned a lot, carry emotion within their sport and what they love to do and the passion that they do, whether they're a coach or a young player. So congratulations to all of you. This is a great morning. Thanks for everyone for showing up. Peter, thanks for the great invite, and Ed for dragging me in here. This is the best part of my job, is being able to stand in front and meet people that have to do with sport and the culture that's behind sport, which is so very important, and we all have to continue to work on. This is going to be great. Enjoy the week. Grey Cup is like no other event. It brings people together from across this country, and it ends with a game, I think, that starts at about 6:37 on Sunday. Have a great week, everybody. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much, Minister Lumsden. And once again, a round of applause for our Minister for Sport and the rest of his very portfolio. But we're most interested in sport today. Now, I think we have a Brock theme going on here. Our next distinguished guest is a Brock graduate. I looked that up. But more notably, the Vice President of Corporate Affairs for Stelco. Stelco is an ever-present fixture of Hamilton, an indivisible part of who we are as Steeltown. We see the mills from just about anywhere in town, and many of us, when we see the mills humming and puffing and the flames over top at night, it's an inspirational daily reminder of man's ability to create steel. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Vice President of Corporate Affairs for Stelco, Mr. Trevor Harris.
Good morning, everyone. I know today we're spending a lot of time celebrating the Grey Cup in football, but I'd be remiss if I didn't have you take a look over my right shoulder and recognize that behind us is the North Star Cup. Four-time champion Forge FC have shared that with us today, and we should share some congratulations to them as well. I am honored to be here this morning to celebrate the outstanding accomplishments of the athletes and coaches that have represented the Hamilton community at the highest level over the past year. On behalf of Stelco, our management team, and each of our 2,300 employees, I would like to congratulate all of the athletes and coaches on all of your success. Each and every one of the athletes here today has proven to be dedicated, strong, and resilient, and you all serve as role models for other young athletes who hope to achieve the same pinnacle of success. We often spend so much time focused on your outstanding performance, we often overlook some of the others that have participated in your journey as well. The mayor touched on this a little bit, but I'd like to go back to it. Today, we are here to celebrate your success and recognizing the leadership and commitment of the coaches that have guided you to these achievements. But there are so many others involved that deserve a little bit of recognition. I suppose most of you, if not all of you, have important people in your lives that have provided unwavering support of your goals and at the same time have made a significant contribution to your success. They may not be with you on the field or in the gym, but they're often with you before the sun rises and long after the sun sets to ensure that you get fed, get to practices, games, training sessions, and other important events that allow you all to achieve the level of success that you have. I would like for us all to take a moment to recognize the dedication and commitment of the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the siblings, the trainers, the other mentors and role models who have invested countless hours, and I suspect dollars as well, to help you all succeed. And succeed you did. To all of you here today, and those that were unable to join us this morning, that have contributed to building this room full of excellent champions, thank you. You all deserve a round of applause. Thank you again for allowing Stelco to participate in today's events. And on behalf of our company, congratulations to all of the champions being celebrated here today. I wish you all continued success and look forward to seeing you represent our community with class and sportsmanship for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you again, Mr. Trevor Harris. Round of applause for Stelco and Mr. Trevor Harris. Now, our next speaker is someone very special here. The president of Sport Hamilton, Helen Downey. Helen is someone who works tirelessly for the benefit of others and never asks for recognition. I'm very serious about that. In the script that I got from her for this morning, this section was literally blank. So I had to write the introduction myself because she's not going to toot her own horn. Helen has led Sport Hamilton for the last 13 years and has been a member of Sport Hamilton since 2001, helping this organization to promote and support thousands of athletes and teams and coaches over those years. In addition to everything she does for Sport Hamilton, Helen is a multi-sport coach with a 4+ decade coaching career, helping Hamilton Wentworth Catholic District School Board athletes excel. Ladies and gentlemen, Helen Downey.
Thank you, Peter, for that great introduction. I'm really humbled by all of that. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 Stelco Breakfast of Champions. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the Sport Hamilton Board of Directors, to congratulate all of our homegrown champions for their outstanding accomplishments this past season at this annual celebration. Welcome also to all of our VIPs, in particular the mayor, who had to skip off for really important reasons, our city councillors that are here today, Minister Lumsden, Vice President Trevor Harris, and all the many Stelco representatives that are here today, part of his team. Also the City of Hamilton, our General Manager of Community and Emergency Services, Chris Herstig, and your entire team that are here today. Thank you so much for all your support. It is greatly appreciated. You've always been there for us, so thank you. This year we've been offered a very special opportunity as Hamilton plays host to the 110th Grey Cup. In case you didn't notice, it's all over the place here today. And this celebration today is one of the many events that is taking place as part of the Grey Cup festivities. So besides the cup coming into town yesterday by boat, or tugboat, or whatever that was yesterday, we are one of the many events that are taking place during the week that leads up to the big game. I wish the Ticats were there, but what are we going to do? Maybe next year. And thank you to all the Tiger Cats, in particular Courtney Stevens and his team that invited Sport Hamilton to be community partners so we could celebrate during this important time. And it's an honor to have the TICAT alumni here today to celebrate along with us. Thank you so much for coming today. I'd also like to thank our many sponsors at all the levels, and of course Stelco being one of our big sponsors. And I'm glad you mentioned, Trevor, the North Star Cup, CPL, Hamilton Forge FC, 4-time winners. So in addition to the Grey Cup, when it comes in, it's just next door in another meeting, and then it's coming here. So please make sure you get a picture with that as well. And also thank you for all of you that donated to our food drive for either food items or cash today to the Essential Aid food drive for our Hamilton area infants and toddlers. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. If you haven't, please do so. They have a table out in the lobby. You never know, these children may be our future sport champions, so we'd really like you to be able to support them. And in closing, I just want to say, have fun today, enjoy today's celebration, and wishing everybody continued success in your next season. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Helen. Once again, another round of applause for Helen Downey. Now, before we start eating breakfast, we have a few very prestigious awards to hand out first. We begin with the R.A. Riddell Sport Academy Award, sponsored by the Hamilton Tiger Cats Alumni Association, of which I am a paid-up, dues-paying member. This award is presented to graduating students from the R.A. Riddell Sport Academy and Basketball Academy, and the presenters for this award are Miss Lisa Henry from R.A. Riddell Elementary School and Sport Academy, and from the Hamilton Tiger Cats Alumni Association, 1999 Grey Cup champion Rob Hitchcock. So come on up and present the award. Rob has done something I've never done, which is win a Grey Cup. All right. This year's recipient of the Sport Academy High Performance Award is Carrie Ostermeyer. Carrie, come on up. Carrie loves being active. At Riddell, she has participated on school teams for cross country, volleyball, basketball, 3-pitch, track and field, soccer, and swimming. She's currently playing varsity touch football and trying out for soccer and basketball teams at Westmount Secondary School. She finished a successful season at Mount Hamilton Soccer, winning the championship game. This past summer, she was captain of the Canusa U14 girls soccer team representing Hamilton. Traveling to Ottawa in July, Carrie competed in her first national dance competition where she received special award recognition for her solo. Her dance team went on to place first and third for the dance-off and won the overall national title. Carrie looks forward to continuing her development as an athlete and overcoming barriers along the journey. Congratulations, Carrie! I've lost a lot of dance-offs, so that's impressive. This year's recipient of the Basketball Academy Award is Caitlin Connolly. Caitlin, come on up. As a student athlete currently attending St. Thomas More Catholic Secondary School, Caitlin has played competitive sport throughout her life, whether it's volleyball, soccer, or basketball. She is always a student of the game. Basketball has been a constant in her athletic life, where she has contributed to a number of provincial championships while playing for the Transway Club basketball team. She feels privileged to have been able to attend Riddell Basketball Academy, where she was positively challenged to be a focused learner on and off the court. Caitlin continues to grow and develop as a talented student athlete in her secondary school career. Congratulations to Carrie and Caitlin on the R.A. Riddell Sport Academy Awards. Make sure as you accept your awards, you go over for a photo, and you can also grab a photo with the North Star Cup. Now we are presenting the Hamilton Wentworth Catholic District School Board Athletic Excellence Award, sponsored by the Hamilton Bulldogs Foundation. The presenter is Superintendent with the HWCDSB, Mrs. Tracy Ferry. The Hamilton Wentworth Catholic District School Board Athletic Excellence Award is presented annually to a grade 7 male and female student. They must meet all graduation expectations, have excellent athletic ability, display a positive attitude, respect, teamwork, and sportsmanship, and be role models to their fellow students and athletes. This year's recipients are Lauren Marazzo and Jacob Fidanza. Come on up, Lauren and Jacob. Lauren is an athletic powerhouse, competing and very successful in cross-country track, football, and volleyball at St. Clair of Assisi, CES. Lauren trained with the Vipers Volleyball Club this summer. She competed in the CYO Leadership and Training Program. She is captain of the Mount Hamilton Soccer U12 team, and she earned a position on the U13 Hamilton United team of the Ontario Player Development League. Lauren is involved in many works of charity and fundraising with her family. She balances her time effectively for athletics, family, friends, and faith. Lauren has won many awards for her academic achievement in various academic competitions. I want to give Lauren a hand. Jacob is a grade 7 student at St. Teresa of Calcutta, CES. He started playing hockey at a young age and currently plays for the Hamilton Huskies U13 AA rep team. He also plays for his school flag football and senior hockey teams. Jacob is an excellent role model for his teammates and friends, always displaying outstanding sportsmanship. Jacob also excels in his academics with consistent commitment and diligence to his studies. Congratulations to the HWCDSB Athletic Excellence Award winners, Lauren Marazzo and Jacob Fidanza. Oh, this way for pictures, Thank you very much. And now to present the Mary Kai's Award, sponsored by Promo Place. And the presenter is Trish Chanchels, Chair of the Hamilton Athletic Trust and Director of Recreation at McMaster University. The Mary E. Kai's Leadership Award is presented annually to a Hamilton High School female athlete who has demonstrated leadership in her involvement in her high school athletic program. In 2002, the City of Hamilton, and particularly McMaster University, were saddened by the passing of Dr. Mary Kais. She was an outstanding role model in her career as a coach, professor of kinesiology, and director of the School of Physical and Health Education at MAC. Dr. Kais was a founding member of the Canadian Association for the Advancement of Women and Sport. The recipient of this award receives funding from Sport Hamilton to attend the Sport Fitness Junior Leadership Camp at McMaster University Sport Fitness School in the summer. This year's recipient is from Sir Winston Churchill Secondary School, Addison Hinrich. Come on up, Addie. Addison is a grade 10 student at Sir Winston Churchill Secondary School. She is a true leader, a talented student athlete, and an excellent representative of our Bulldogs community. Addie plays basketball, touch football, volleyball, and slow pitch. She is an SWC ambassador and serves by participating in community events and supporting many school initiatives. She is also very active outside of school, competing in high-level karate. Sir Winston Churchill is blessed to have such a fine student athlete and a leader that continues to grow and develop. Sir Winston Churchill is very proud of Addie. Round of applause for Addie. Congratulations to the Mary Kai's Leadership in Sports Award winner, Addison Hinrich. And now, the Dr. Jean Sutton Youth Leadership Award, sponsored by Riding Stars Athletics and Education. The presenter, Stephanie Sutton, is the daughter of Dr. Jean Sutton and Dr. Andrew Peters, the founding partner, presenter, and chair of Rising Star Athletics and Education. Dr. Sutton was a true champion of sport for all in the many roles she took on as high school teacher, university professor, gymnastics coach and official, Canadian Olympic Committee member, chef de mission, Gymnastics Canada, Ontario Gymnastics, president of Sport Hamilton, Ontario Olympic Sport Youth Academy and International Children's Games. Dr. Jean Sutton was inducted into the Hamilton Hall of Distinction in 2006, Citizen of the Year in 2009, and passed away suddenly in 2009. In 2022, Jean Sutton was inducted into the Hamilton Sports Hall of Fame. This award is presented to a high school student who is extensively involved in high school life, extracurricular activities, athletics, and intramurals, who also contributes in a voluntary capacity in the school or community. This year's Jean Sutton Youth Leadership Award recipient is James Martin of Sir Allan McNabb Secondary School. James, come on up. James is and has been a valuable member of the McNabb School community for the last 3 years. James was a starter on the junior boys basketball team, who were finalists, senior boys volleyball team, Tier 2 champions, and he was part of the junior boys double city championship team in badminton. He is currently a starter on the senior boys volleyball team. Whether it be scorekeeping, mentoring younger students, or helping coach other teams, James is always willing to volunteer his time within the school. He is a tremendous athlete and person, and he continues to grow and develop as a leader at McNabb. Congratulations, James Martin is this year's Jean Sutton Youth Leadership Award. And now to present the Stelco Perseverance Award. This is the inaugural presentation of the Stelco Perseverance Award, and we are very proud to present it here at the Stelco 23rd Annual Breakfast of Champions. Thank you again, Stelco, for your generous support of youth sports here in Hamilton. And we have Mr. Trevor Harris, Vice President of Corporate Affairs for Stelco, to present. And it is to be given annually to a parasport athlete who achieves excellence in their sport while demonstrating dedication and perseverance. The recipient of this year's award is Charlotte McElroy, a wheelchair basketball athlete. Charlotte McElroy has been playing wheelchair basketball since she was 6 years old. Her club team is the Burlington Vipers with coach Chris Chandler. Hamilton doesn't yet have a team, so that's why we have a Burlington team being honored today. In 2002, she was selected to play for Team Ontario under coach Kathy Ludwig. Being the youngest player on the mixed team at 14, she went on to the Eastern Regionals and to the Canada Winter Games in Charlottetown, PEI. She is the only player on the team representing Hamilton. Last August, she tried out and made it on the U25 women's national team, playing with coach Marnie Abbott-Peter, where she is the youngest player at the age of 15. She just returned in October from the Women's World Cup in Bangkok, Thailand, where Team Canada placed 6th. She is currently trying out again this year for Team Ontario Juniors, Team Ontario Senior Women's, and Team Canada Women's Under 20. Let's have another round of applause for Charlotte McElroy, the recipient of the inaugural Stelco Perseverance Award. And now we have the Ray Lewis Youth Community Service Award, sponsored by T. Litson Sports Limited. And the presenters are Derek Korobkin and Jason Strangrun from Litson Sports. Jason, Derek, come on up. Rapid Ray Lewis was a Canadian track and field star in the 1930s, born in 1910 here in Hamilton. Ray made history in August of 1932 when he became the first Canadian-born black athlete to win an Olympic medal. Ray went to Hamilton Central Collegiate, where he broke several track records, receiving a scholarship to Marquette University, returning after a year due to the Depression. He worked as a porter with CP Rail and continued to train and compete for Canada as a sprinter. He won a bronze Olympic medal in Los Angeles and a silver medal at the British Empire Games in London as part of the 4x440 yard relay. He was an Order of Canada recipient in 2001 and passed away in 2003. Ray was a genuine role model and mentor to many students and young athletes throughout his life in the Hamilton community, and an elementary school was named in his honor, opening in 2005. The recipient of this prestigious award is not only a high-level athlete, but a true leader, and gives back with their involvement and commitment to volunteering in the sports community. This year's winner of the Ray Lewis Youth Community Service Award is Abigail Woods from Mohawk College. Abigail, come on up. Abigail has been a member of the Mohawk College Mountaineers women's soccer team for 3 seasons while studying practical nursing. In her second season, the center back was named an OCAA West Division First Team All-Star while helping lead Mohawk to a 5-0-5 record, the program's first undefeated season since 1998. Let's give it up for that. That's fantastic. Abigail has been involved in the Hamilton community as a volunteer youth league soccer coach at the People's Church Hamilton for their community sports league. She has also volunteered with Mount Hamilton Youth Soccer through a team initiative to assist in organizing the U3, U4 League. She was the 2022-23 Mohawk College Celebration of Learning recipient of the Outstanding Varsity Athlete Award. Abigail continues to demonstrate outstanding commitment to her academics while contributing significantly as a valuable varsity athlete and volunteer in the community. Let's give it up to the Ray Lewis Youth Community Service recipient, Abigail Woods. Now, I want to thank all of our sponsors who make this show such a success and who also support all of the prizes and awards that we are giving out today. We have, of course, our title sponsor, Stelco. We're also supported by the Hamilton Athletic Trust, A.J. Gallagher Limited, the Hamilton Tiger Cat Alumni Association, the Hamilton Bulldogs Foundation, Promo Place, Rising Stars, T. Litson Sports Limited, Councillor Tom Jackson, Councillor Esther Pauls, Councillor Mike Spatafora, the Hamilton Olympic Club, McMaster Performance Services, Mentor Action, Integral House of Hamilton, Novelet Gordon Productions, the 91st Highlanders Athletic Association, the Residence and Conference Center, and Ross Ann McBride LLP. A big round of applause for all of our sponsors. It wouldn't be possible, and we appreciate a lot of these great members of our community and corporate citizens for supporting youth sports and recognizing what giving back and supporting this wonderful part of so many young athletes' lives, what it does for our community over the long run. Now we have some honorary guests with us today, and I'm going to be calling up some of them in a little bit to present some of our awards, but I'd love to recognize, we already had some of them standing up, our 1986 Grey Cup champions and a 1999 Grey Cup champion. From the Hamilton Tiger Cats Alumni Association, Les Brown, Rocky DiPietro, Leo Ezrins, Rob Hitchcock, and Jason Riley. A big round of applause for these 2 champions. Gentlemen, stand up. Great champions and all very active in our community supporting youth athletics. And now, the moments, there's many moments here, these moments that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of our medals to our homegrown champions of 2023. Presenting to our provincial, national, and international champions are A.J. Gallagher, Vice President of Sport and Recreation Department, Brent Brandom, and Michelle Joyce. Brent and Michelle, come on up. I'd like to call the Ancaster Angels baseball team, U13 male baseball provincial champions, Baseball Ontario U13 champions, and the athletes are Chase Brown, Mason Brown, Cohen Dixon, Camden Dunnett, Liam Hawkins, Henry Hawkins, Andrew Hopcraft, Josh Hopcraft, James Kostendoff, Connor Southworth, and Peyton Young, with coaches Jeff Brown, Greg Dunnett, former Hamilton Tiger Cat, Joe Hawkins, and Greg Kostendoff. Big round of applause. The Ancaster Angels. And now I would like to call up the Ancaster Little League Diamondbacks, U13 male baseball Little League provincial champions, intermediate league Ontario champions, national semifinalists 2023 Canadian Little League Intermediate Championship. Our athletes: Evan Armstrong, Jacob Alt, Wesley Boyd, Keegan Green, Brady Hall, Christian Hall, Mateo Hall, Nick Husser, AJ King, Holden Mullum, and Liam Smart. Coaches: Ryan Green, Ryan Hall, Sean Hall, and Matt Smart. Round of applause for the Diamondbacks. Now we're going to recognize the Bishop Ryan Catholic Secondary School Girls Wrestling Team, provincial champions, AFSA gold medalists. We've got athletes: Elma Albaba, Ella de Almeida, Taylor Englund, Charlize Goddard, Claudia Landry, Deanna Ron, and Isabella Rendina. Round of applause. We've got individuals provincial champions: Claudia Landry, OFSA champion in the 83 kilogram class, Deanna Ron, OFSA champion 115 kilogram class. Coaches: Sheldon Francis, Alexis Hill Francis, and Durham Tilley. Round of applause for these wrestlers. Now we honor the Bishop Tonos Catholic Secondary School Senior Girls Volleyball AAA Provincial Champions, OFSA gold medalists. Come on up. Athletes: Eva, Alexa, Estelle Buist, Alyssa Serovic, Ava Connolly, Kennedy Llewellyn, Avaya Maga, Katie Malaksuk, Coralie Muko, Marilyn Petrie, Abby Smith, Olivia Solly, and Emma Sukin, with coaches Dennis Serovich and Alvicia Maga. And we have a coach accepting the award on their behalf. They're busy competing. And now we honor the Burlington Gymnastics Club. Cassandra Janikis in the girls 12 to 14 category, provincial champions 2023 Ontario Championships, with silver all-around medalists and gold medalists on vault and floor. The Eastern Canadian Championships, members of the gold medal team and vault champion. So give a big round of applause for Cassandra Janikis. And then we also want to recognize her coaches, Gianna Glaza, Kathy Hubbard, and Alexa Takix. And from Cathedral High School, my good friend Dave Stala's alma mater, the senior girls AAA basketball team, provincial champions in OFSA basketball. Give it up for the Cathedral girls athletes: Atea, Brancello Herrera, Nubia Clark, Beatrice Clausen, Kiara Daly, Nicole Daly, Rachel Daly, Maya Flynn, Angelina Madero, Kayla Rosos, Kylie Rosos, Tia Papalia, and Amy Verasso, with coaches Kevin Daly, Sandra Daly, and Lucan Fortino. Round of applause. And now from District 22, Hamilton Wentworth Variety Sports, co-ed provincial champions at the Ontario 55 Plus Games. We've got some athletes in swimming: John Addison, Susan Canfor, Brian Knight, Marianne Knight, Joan Millard, Marianne Pagloco, Aubrey Smith. In pickleball: Linda Kawamoto, Tom Kawamoto, Steve McCoy, Blair Sicard. In cycling: Larry Medill, Susan Wackel. In bridge: Gudrun Mitterling, Peter Vanderwerf. And in golf: Irene Stuckey. So a round of applause for our Ontario 55 Plus Games champs. And now we recognize the Dundas Valley Secondary School Cross Country Novice Boys Provincial Champions, OFSA Gold Medalist athletes Matthew Byer, Owen Craddock, Flynn Gibson, Jackson Ortween, Jacob Peshko, and Noah Weingartner, with Coach Mike Smith. Now we welcome Eva Martins of Battlefield Strength Olympic Weightlifting. She's the female 40 to 45, 81 kilogram, 5th place World Masters champion at the international level with Coach Craig Vanderwee. All right, now we're going to welcome the Flag Football Academy Piranhas, U10 boys flag football provincial champions in the NFL Flag Canada Ontario Provincials. Jadian Asselstein, Will Bell, Thomas Crawford, Connor Duffy, Wes Hall, Braden Heaney, Van Lewis, Dreenan Mead, Riley Roll, Edward Valtenbergs, coaches John B. and Brian Crawford. Round of applause. Now we also are congratulating the Golden Horseshoe Cycling Club. Addie Marchinik in the U13 track and cycling provincial champions and the Ontario Cycling U13 track provincials. So congratulations Addie and Coach Amy Marr. And now with the Hamilton International Children's Games, U15 female volleyball at the international level, 5th place at the Children's International Games in volleyball. Athletes Tayana Bernal, Zyle Iglesias, Soraya Khan, Chloe Lassard, Ava Montesano, Avery Rutledge, Layla Seavor, and Abby Swackhammer. Coaches Janine Gaunt and Samara Seaver. Now the Hamilton Lacrosse Bengals, U9 male field team provincial champions, Ontario field lacrosse provincial champions, athletes Nicholas Barkley, Adrian DiCenzo, Quinn Edwards, Kane Farmer, Wesley Gibbs, Corvin Hill, Owen Howie, Evan Jones, Caleb Miller, Bennett Montague, Arlen O'Mara, Brett Solenko, Landon Tolman, Owen Welch, and Xavier Williams with coaches Brett Love and Adam Solenko. And now we've got the under 15 co-ed field team, provincial champions, Ontario field lacrosse provincial champions, athletes Matthew Cafania, Liam Dolman, Kason Edwards, Ariane Green, Ryan Hedgecock, Daniel Herder, Ethan Hicks, Corbin Hill, Carson Jameson, Jack Morrison, Cole Murphy, Jake Peshko, Anthony Rao, Chase Senislo, and Bailie Vidal with coaches Greg Gillis, Jacob Moore, and Derek Searle. Congratulations, round of applause for these guys. And now from the Hamilton Olympic Club, in the 14 to 20-year-old Division A co-ed track and field at the national level, in the Legion National Youth Track and Field Championships, Dion Amu, Simone Gravasan, Michael Kerr, Quinton Nelson, Luca Rosa, Grayson Simirovsky, and Victoria Zolaturiak, with coaches Marcelo Campanero and Heidi Davidson. Round of applause here. Track and field champs. And now in the under 15 intermediate co-ed track and field provincial champions, the U14 long jump, Tori D'Angela, with coaches Michael Smith and Jane Castelli. Tori, come on up. From the Hamilton Skating Club, and my girls attend lessons, can skate lessons at the Hamilton Skating Club at the Mount Arena, the Dave Andrzejczyk Arena, so I love this one. Angela Huang, 16-year-old female champion at the national level, 11th place in the 2023 Novice Canadian Championships. Abby Balzer, a 14-year-old female champion at the national level, 9th place in the 2023 Canadian Tire National Skating Championships. Quinn Startek, 10-year-old female at the national level, 27th place in the 2023 skate challenge. And coaches Jennifer Jackson and Bryce Davidson. Let's give it up for the Hamilton Skating Club. The Hamilton Special Olympics skating program, levels 1 to 5 in co-ed skating. We have provincial champions from the Special Olympics provincial champions in free skate and dance. And the athletes are Brianna Dilip Kumar, Tim Goodacre, and Nicole Vespa, with coaches Kathy McCarr and Gianna Smith-Kirchin. Round of applause. And now for Hamilton Transway Basketball, the U12 Major Adam Girls Basketball Provincial Champions in the Ontario Basketball Provincial Championship. Athletes Adriana Teku, Ali May Halstra, Angelina Ricca, Bianca Walker, Brianna Turkstra, Madeline Munn, Madeline Wadden, Maya Gittens, Maya Turkstra, Peyton Turkstra, Sarah Gilmore, and Vania Owusu Anane, with coaches Adele Bad, Lisa Ciancioni, and Janice Opstein. Congratulations, Transway Basketball. Now we're welcoming to the stage the Hamilton Varsity Tiger Cats U18 Male Football AAA Provincial Champions in the Ontario Summer Football League. Athletes Lucas Barisi, Ryan Begadon, Michael Baroda, Zephy Brooks, Logan Karn, Tyler Chomos, Jack Cito, Brody Corbett, Austin Edmonds, Dante Finoro, Luca Finoro, Matthew Frekich, Nicholas Garcia, Trenton Garden, Jonah Golson, Carter Gooden, Kimani Grant, Justin Haynes, Michael Hovitt, Caleb Hovitt Rankin, Jakeem Irons, Connor Laverly Tomlinson, Asher Lavoie, Marlon McPherson, Nolan Method, Anthony Masali, Trey Montour, Malcolm Moore, Aiden Ward, Gianluca Maraca, Zachary Payne, Marcus Palermo, Michael Pegg, Braxton Peters, Aiden Pellicciati, Aiden Pietzig, Colin Quansoon, Francesco Romano, Jack Russell, Mason Said, Dante Santos Doe, Arjun Sharma, Isaiah Shields, Kamari Smith, Jack Stanley, Ben Swick, Luca Tesson, Jackson Taylor, Jacob Tiffany, Sean Underhill, Juan Vasquez, William Wilkinson, Evan Wilson, Shane Wismer, and Adam Woods, with coaches Rob Underhill, Barb Watts, Anthony Macaluso, Chris Bartolomeo, Lino Badalana, Matt Giordano, Salfieta, James Barisi, Adam Grandi, Josh Coos, Carter Shields, Demetrius Masuka, Nanayan Serba, Giuseppe Fabrizio, Curtis Newton, Brady Ireland, Coos, and Dave Watts. A big round of applause for the Hamilton Varsity Ticats Male U18 Football AAA Champions. And now we have a very special guest. He's very busy this week, so we're quite glad he took time out of his day to come and spend it with all these champions. The Commissioner of the Canadian Football League, the 14th Commissioner, Mr. Randy Ambrosi. And Mr. Ambrosi is not just a commissioner, he is the second overall pick of the 1985 CFL draft. He is the 81st Grey Cup champion in 1993. In 2017, he became our 14th commissioner, and he's always said that I was his favorite player. And so we're very pleased to welcome Mr. Ambrosi to the stage. A big round of applause for the leader of the Canadian Football League.
But I brought someone along with me that is even more special and more important than I am, and that is this inside. It's a very small person inside this case, and if you would, just we'll just take a moment here. And we brought the Grey Cup with us today.
Thank you, Mr. Ambrosi. A round of applause for the Commissioner of the Canadian Football League. Okay. Now I'd like to call up the Hamilton Wildcats, 18 plus Female Australian rules football, Aussie rules football, provincial champions of AFL Ontario. Big round of applause for athletes Gabrielle Arias, Cameron Buteau, Melissa Charon, Christina Cula, Abby Clark, Narelle Day, Carolyn Desmules, Brittany Fletcher, Krista Galoso, Sophia Gordon, Kelly Grill, Jacqueline Halliday, Lise Kiefer, Avita Mancini, Melissa Mancini, Julia Morgan, Joanne Guyen, and Sarah Ross with coaches Melissa Mancini and Jeff Winstanley. Round of applause. And now we're going to welcome the Northern Lights, the 18-plus National Female Australian Rules Football 49th Parallel Cup champions at the international levels, athletes Jacqueline Halliday and Lise Kiefer with coaches Trent McElroy and Trisha Rolfe. And then we also have the Midnight Suns, 18-plus Development Squad Females Australian Rules Football at the international level 49th Parallel Cup champions with athletes Lise Kiefer, Julia Morgan, and Joanne Guyen with coaches Trent McElroy and Trisha Rolfe. So several teams represented here. That's a tough sport. Round of applause for our Aussie Rules football champs. We've now got the Jump Station's competitive rope skipping team, open co-ed. I was really hoping this was going to be a demonstration segment, but I think we're just giving them medals. Although if you brought your rope, we would make some space for you. Provincial champions in the 2023 Ontario Rope Skipping Provincial Championships. At the national level, 2023 Rope Skipping Canada National Championships. First place team overall under 11. First place team overall under 12 and 13. And third place overall U14-50. Big round of applause for these athletes. Vienna Belich, Melissa Bigelow, Mackenzie Blair, Megan Booth, Rachel Booth, Alyssa Ciancio, Matthew Delore, Alexis Diaz, Julia Diaz, Rayanne Evans, Hannah Evans, Esther Evans, Rosie Gladstone, Emily Hamilton, Brittany Harding, Evelyn Hoover, Maya Huska, Sophia Jeffrey, Violet McKenzie, Mio Owen, Aaliyah Peters, Kiana Russell Sador, Caitlin Simpson, Amanda Taylor, Mackenzie Thompson, Taylor Thompson, and London Wright. We have the international level 2023 International Jump Rope Union World Championships. Caitlin Simpson, first in the 30-plus freestyle 9th double Dutch speed relay junior championships. And athletes Vienna Belitz, Megan Booth, Alyssa Ciancio, Alexis Diaz, Hannah Evans, Brittany Harney, Evelyn Hoover, Aaliyah Peters, Caitlin Simpson, and Amanda Taylor with coaches Craig Crawford and Shannon Fox. And now we welcome Linda Rousseau, Team Canada Iron Valley Strength and Powerlifting, female powerlifting master for the 70 to 80 category, Team Canada member, international second world record master for squat with a 100.5 kilogram squat, and Coach Francis Manius. So big round of applause for Linda. And now we've got the McMaster Marauders Junior Wrestling Club, U16 Cadet Girls Provincial Champions, Ontario Amateur Wrestling Association Juvenile Championships athletes Ella De Almeida, Taylor Englund, coaches Alexis Hill, Francis, and Emily Ling. Round of applause for these wrestlers. We've got the U18 Juvenile Co-ed Provincial Champions, Ontario Amateur Wrestling Association Juvenile Championships athletes Bailie Betancourt, Charoni Aiden Nadelko Payne with coaches Emily Ling and Derm Tilley. Round of applause, a few more wrestlers. And now the Mohawk College curling athletes. The Men's Ontario College Athletic Association Provincial Champions, Ontario College Athletic Association, and at the national level, CCAA National Bronze athletes Jacob Jones, Eric Just, Hunter Coleman, Liam Little, and Joel Matthews with coaches Betty Kalick and Simon Ouellette. Round of applause. Curvers. The Mountain Volleyball Club, U18 Female Volleyball National Level, U18 National Volleyball Indoor Champions, first in Canada. We're welcoming Mary Adrian Koopoulos, Claire Carter, Ava Connolly, Lauren McPhail, Maya McNabney, Talia Nixon, Ada Nunn, Shelby Ohanian, Ava Rudbo, Hope Simpson, and Brianna Whalen with coaches Karen Graham and Abby O'Hanlon. Round of applause there. We've got the Steeltown Boxing Club. We're going to welcome Victoria Virgos, the female 16 to 19-year-old provincial two-time Golden Gloves provincial champion, gold medalist, provincial Silver Gloves Championship silver medalist, and the National Canada Winter Games silver medalist. The first time females ever competed in the Canada Winter Games for boxing in history. And in international competition, the AMBC Continental Championships bronze medal for Canada. In the red shirt, Victoria Virgos. And coaches Chris Kawamura, Dante Powell, George Virgos, PJ Chalik, Robert Wilcox, and Spencer Wilcox. Now we're going to welcome the Stony Creek Sabres Hockey U15 Girls AA Provincial Champions, OWHA Ontario Women's Hockey Association athletes, Sadie Allen, Ashlyn Armstrong, McKenna Banfield, Michaela Barnes, Hunter Birch, Anna Corfield, Blair Deckards, Lily Farrago, Mackenzie Ferguson, Juliana Kalpakis, Katie Karlov, Aubrey Lagroteria, Aubrey Morrison, Maddie Round, Aubrey Sauter, Bryn Sarter, and Julia Sage with coaches Lee Bishop and Catherine Kennedy. Big round of applause for the Sabres. And now we've got more Sabres. We've got the U18 Girls AA Champions, Provincial Champions, Ontario Women's Hockey Association, National Levels 2023 ESSO Cup, National Champion, Gold Medalists, athletes Peyton and Zivino, Tara Bach, Ava Beck, Avia Bramer, Dara Brown, Madison Burr, Marion Campanelli, Ashlyn Carter, Jayla Carter, Maya Castrillo, Riley Griffiths, Carson McManus, Nicole Rowan, Chelsea Tiller, Katie Tour, Jordan Vandenacker, and Holly Van Netten with coaches Spencer Abbott, Taylor Abbott, Carly Blomberg, Brad Carter, Scott Morrison, and Alyssa Satimi. So big round of applause for the Sabres. And now from the Warrior Factory, Hamilton, we welcome Hunter Busink in the boys 9 to 10-year-old category. He's a national champion in the Canadian National Championship, which qualified him for the World Championship in June 2023 in Greensboro, North Carolina, where he placed 27th overall. And we've got Selena Busink and Jeremy White coaches. All right, now we're welcoming Kylie Scott, sport assistants Silvana and Colin Scott, the BC1 Boccia para-athlete, national champion, gold medal in team boccia at the National Boccia Championship, and 4th place individually in BC individual bocce at National Bocce Championships. Coaches Kim Morgan and Ed Richardson. Those are our champions. So a big round of applause to all of our champions.